And
Woo!
woo, woo,
Yeah!
woo, woo,
Yeah!
woo,
Woo! Yeah!
woo.
Come on!
woo, woo, woo. Welcome back to another episode of Convos with your mom's favorites with hosts Mo and Greg. I am Mo.
I'm Greg.
And we are back. We are back.
We are back.
We are back with another episode for who?
The people.
The people. Uncle G, how are you?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I am doing good. Actually, right? No, I'm not.
No, what's going on?
Because I woke up to a bit of disappointing news.
Yeah.
Because the BAFTAs were this weekend.
Oh, no,
Yes.
we missed them.
Yes, the BAFTAs were this weekend.
Okay.
But nobody black won.
No.
No.
They're like, we will not be. They were like, we will not be forced.
No, nobody black won. And like crazy was, right? I was like, well, maybe, they weren't there. But the amount of black people they had there and like presenting awards is ridiculous in comparison to the amount of people of color that actually won awards.
Wow, that is incredible. That's crazy.
It was ridiculous.
Wow. You can present them.
But you can't win them.
You're not winning none.
No, they didn't win any. The Banshees of Inisherin racked up though. But,
Really?
Yeah. But I mean, I'm not mad. It was really good.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I did.
Was it good?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was super sad, but it was really good.
Okay. I got it. I'm going to watch it. I have not watched it yet, but I kept saying I keep saying I'm going to watch it before the Academy Awards.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I have a feeling it's going to do well. I really do.
No, it was.
I have a feeling it's going to do well.
It was really good.
And I hate to have a movie get into get all the nominations and get all the, and I have not seen it, and so I can't comment on it one way or the other.
Right.
So I'm gonna try make sure I watch it before because I believe they're going to do well.
Yeah, that's why I got like 4 movies left in the Best Picture category that I have to see.
Okay.
I still have to see Elvis, believe it or not. I still have to watch. I still have to watch The Fabelmans.
Okay. Is that streaming anywhere?
No, I'd have to like rent it.
Okay.
Hold on, let me get the Best Picture noms so that I could. It's 4 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Best Picture nominees.
I remember during the COVID period, at one point they had almost all of them were showing somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah, all of them were showing somewhere. So it was like the first year that I got to see all the Best Picture noms before the Academy Awards.
So I need to see still Elvis, The Fabelmans, Women Talking,
Okay.
and Triangle of Sadness.
Which another one that I'm interested in seeing. I think I want to see that one before. That's another one I want to see before because I'm hearing a lot of good stuff about it. Yeah. They say it's one of those movies that kind of like sneaks up on you. It didn't get a lot of. Until I heard about it, I forgot how I heard about it. I was watching some show and they were talking about it. They then, I had no clue that the movie even existed.
Me neither.
Yeah.
With a lot of these, I was like, where did these come from?
Yeah.
But yeah, I got 4 left, and then I will be able to give my thoughts on who should win the Best Picture. Yeah. Currently in the running though, it's based off what I've seen, it's between Banshees and Avatar.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's between Banshees and
I've
Avatar.
not seen Avatar yet.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and get to see that before the Academy. I'd like to.
But
matter of fact, I might do that tomorrow. I don't know. I'll see.
Listen, that's how it worked out for me.
Yeah.
Last Thursday, I was like, yo,
yeah,
I really want to go see Avatar. Then I was like, I'm not doing anything tomorrow. Let's go catch a matinee at Newport and go see Avatar.
And it's funny because you said because you said that it kind of picks up like at the ending of the original one. I got to go back and watch it. I have not watched that in a long time.
Well, I mean, it's like 3.5 hours. Like
know,
you kind of got to designate as good a movie as it is. You kind of have to designate.
Well, you know what? What I'll probably do is I'll watch half of it. And rather than try and just sit and watch I don't know if I could do a whole 3 hours, but I'll probably watch half of it and then go back and finish it, before I go see the new one.
Yeah, but that could work too. Like, it was really good. It actually just beat Titanic.
Really?
For the third highest grossing film of all time.
Wow. And my expectations for it were not that high. I really didn't think it
No, me neither, because I was like, how could you top that? The original. But I don't think it tops it. Mm-hmm. Because that was it was just original concept, original idea. It's never been seen before. You can't top it. Okay. But it does a good job at keeping up.
Okay. All right.
Like, it keeps it just as entertaining as the first one.
Okay.
So, yeah, it definitely does that, which is crazy because the top 3 highest grossing films all time is Avatar, Avengers Endgame, and Avatar.
Go figure.
And then, which means James Cameron has 3 of the 4 highest grossing films of all time.
Yep. Not a bad record.
That's not a bad record at all.
Nah.
You got 3 of the 4?
3 of the...
Amazing.
Yeah, that's amazing.
But that's not what we were here to talk about. I just,
just intro.
Yeah, it was just a rant from my frustration at no one black winning a BAFTA. But, I did want to start. I want to start with you.
Okay.
Right. Because I've expressed here just all my frustrations with this show. Mm-hmm. Right?
Okay.
You season 4 came out February 9th. And when I tell you, Uncle Greg, I have never enjoyed this show more.
Are you kidding me?
Than I have with this last season.
All right. Okay. What did you enjoy about it?
The fact that the shoe was on the other foot.
Ah, okay.
And instead of Joe being the creepy one, he's the one having to It's like, bro, all this stuff is happening, and he's getting a taste of his own medicine. I've never, bro, he has been stressed this entire season, and I have not been more happy that this is happening. Like, I couldn't be happier with what's happening to him.
That part drew me in because, again, to see him put on the defensive.
Yes.
And to see him placed in a position now where he's not in control, and he's a controller. He's a control freak. That part was interesting to me.
Right.
So that drew me in. Because at first I was like, oh man, this is kind of moving slow. But then when that started happening, I was like, oh, okay, this is where we're going with this. Because here's the thing. The crew he's running with, those British,
the rich elite,
I have no. I always say I have to like the characters, and maybe to some degree, they're the characters that I love to hate because I despise.
Really?
I hate every single one of them. Matter of fact, I was to the point where I was like, all right, Joe, get him.
When I tell you, Uncle Greg, everything about this season, including them, I love it. I love it all.
Really.
And it's crazy because a lot of people, from what I've been seeing, don't really care for this season. They think it's boring. They think it's slow. And compared to other seasons, bro, I've never been more overly entertained with this show than in the 4 seasons that it's been out.
Now, again, here's the thing. I've been entertained. God knows I've been entertained. But the whole thing is that, and that's why I said that they're probably the characters that I love to hate.
Yes.
Because it's like, I'm like, they're calling him the Eat the Rich Killer. I'm like, yeah, devour them. Kill. I'm like, eat them. Don't. Yeah, eat them. Just devour them. Because I'm like, oh, these are the, I said, I probably would kill all of y'all. Yeah. You evoke that kind of response from me that I really do not like. There's not one of them that I can sit there and think of them as having some sort of redeeming quality.
Oh no, they are a mess.
They are a train wreck.
All of them. But I just love to watch just the madness and the train wreck. For example, you've seen it all, right?
Yeah, I watched it all.
The last, I think it was the episode 4, when they find out, when they think Joe is the one who was killing everybody.
Yeah.
And then the guy who's never liked Joe brings him in the room with the gun, and they're all just kind of like nonchalantly dealing with it because they're all high.
Yeah.
I was hysterical the entire time. Like, dude was asleep on the couch.
Yes. Yeah.
Sleep knocked out on the couch. Like, they didn't just tell him that Joe might be a killer.
He was knocked out, man. I'm like, you are so totally oblivious and so totally above, thinking in your head that you're so totally above all of this that you sitting there, you're going to sleep.
Listen, I honestly, that character resonates with me personally. Let me tell you, because if there's one thing that I'm gonna do, is sleep.
Is sleep,
regardless. Like, Will came when when he was still lived here and we shared a room. There was the boiler started like leaking and like it was shooting water everywhere. We slept down here in the basement. Boiler's in the next room. Will came in. I was knocked out. He came in. He said, bro, the basement is flooding. I said, oh, okay. Rolled back over and went back to sleep. Did not move. Did not get up. I just went to sleep. That really bad snowstorm we had, the room, my room, bedroom, water was coming in through the floor.
Wow.
I got in bed and went to sleep.
And went to sleep?
In the room. Luckily for me, when I woke up, the floor was dry.
Yeah.
And, it didn't, nothing was damaged. But it was just one thing I resonated, because if it ain't something I'm asleep.
You asleep?
I'm asleep.
Dude, man.
Because if something's going to happen, if I'm asleep, guess what I won't know? I won't know. If something happens to me, if I'm asleep, I won't know because I'm asleep. I'm asleep.
Somebody said, you're going to wake up dead.
Right. I'm asleep. So I was, but nah, man, I've really, really been enjoying this season, and I cannot wait to see how it ends.
Like I said, I have enjoyed it. For me, I was one of those people who thought it's like, all right, this is kind of slow and kind of ponderous. But then by the end of maybe like the second episode, I was like, okay, all right. This looks, well, let's see where this goes. By the third episode, I was in there.
Yep.
I mean, like I said, I hate the British, those British rich elite. But it's just, and here's the thing. The problem I had with Joe being involved in all this, it's like, wait a minute, you guys sucked me into all of this, and now you want to accuse me of being the killer. I was like, what? First of all, I would have been like, you know what? I'm not hanging with y'all. No, I'm not rocking with y'all. I'm not hanging with y'all. You don't like me. You should, and I don't even understand why they wanted him around, other than the fact that the
first guy liked him. I think his name was Michael.
The first guy Simon. Was it Simon? I think it was Simon. The first guy, the original guy who got killed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Simon. I'm not 100% sure. But at any rate,
he liked him.
And the only reason he liked him was because he helped his girlfriend.
Well, no, he kind of remember he liked him before that.
Really?
Yeah, because they were colleagues at the school.
Okay.
And that's how they knew each other.
That's how they knew each other. You're right.
They were colleagues at the school, and he kept trying to, get to know him, but Joe was like, no, I don't really, you're evil, like, I hate you.
Yeah.
Joe, hated him from the beginning. So it was like, okay, cool, but, he's always liked Joe. Mm-hmm. And so he's always wanted to get to know Joe, so saving his girlfriend just kind of pushed the relationship further, even though that's not what Joe wanted.
No. And then it's like to get involved and as elitist and hateful as these people were, there was no redeeming qualities about them at all.
At all.
Matter of fact, the girlfriend, I'm like, why don't you choke her out?
Nah, she was super annoying. She was super annoying.
Super annoying.
Super annoying.
And it's like, and it's like the more annoying they would be to him, the more cruel they would even be to him in some cases, then they would say, okay, well, make sure you bring Joe. And he would go. I'm like, heck no, I'm not going.
I mean, and in most groups like that, there is always the ugly duckling that they keep around just to make themselves feel better about their lives.
No.
Because my life may be falling apart, But if your life was never put together to fall apart, I'm going to feel just a little bit better about my life falling apart.
Yeah, it's like my life may be falling apart, but I'm not you.
Yes, I'm not you. I'm not you. So...
That's hard. That is such a horrible way.
It is.
That is just a horrible way to live. And I just was like, you know what? Kill all of them. I hope they all die horrible.
Yeah,
it's like, and even the one at the dinner. Remember that when they were at the dinner at the estate?
Yes.
Okay. Now they're at the dinner, and the one who don't even really know him just turns on, just starts cutting him up at the dinner table. I was like, now that was she ends up getting killed.
She ends up getting killed.
But it's like she just wheels on top. I'm like, you don't even know me. How you coming for me like this?
My whole thing was, Joe, I know you. You have like witty banter. Why are you not returning? Like, that was my whole thing. Like, bro,
why are you not going
why
back?
Why are you just taking it?
Why are you just dealing with that?
Because I know you could definitely just return back fire.
You could decimate.
Even better than.
You could decimate them if you wanted to.
You could have them all sitting in puddles of their own tears if you wanted by the end of this.
And I think he was trying so hard in the midst of all of that to maintain a low profile. But again, whatever that sickness is that's in him that makes him do what he does, again, just kept drawing him in deeper, especially in the case of, what's his, Michael or Simon? His girlfriend. Yeah. Especially in her case, it just kept drawing him in deeper, because you would hear him in his head. In his head, he's like, no. But
I'm just like, bro, go get that girl.
Yeah.
I'm like, just go get her. Go get her. Like, what's the worst that could happen? You kill her like the last ones? But again, not like the last one, because I don't know if you've seen that Love Isn't Dead.
No.
Yeah.
No.
She's not dead.
No.
She comes back.
So that means the next part of this is going to be incredible.
Yes. Because Love's not dead.
Because now her character.
Now I'm excited again because she is just as crazy as Joe.
Exactly. She was his match. And
now he's got two of them?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to see who comes out on top. I love it. Love it.
Yes.
This is what I've been waiting on.
Now, the question I want to ask now is this. Now that you said that, did they reveal who it was who was texting him?
Yes, the guy who's running for mayor.
Okay, that's who it is.
Yes.
Oh yeah, he's a piece of work. He's a nasty piece of work, man.
Crazy. That was the only part that I didn't like. Because when their first conversation, and then when Joe got the text, I said, oh, it's that guy.
You knew it was him?
I knew, it was that guy.
I didn't know it was him.
Because, like Joe, he doesn't fit with the rest of them.
No.
He doesn't fit with the rest of them.
He doesn't fit. And interestingly enough, he don't try to fit.
No.
He doesn't try to fit.
Like Joe.
Yeah.
So it was like, bro, y'all the two sides of the same coin. So I was like, it's him.
Yeah.
It was like, as soon as I saw that there was someone who was after Joe, I said, bro, it's him.
Wow.
It's him.
Wow. Because I was getting ready to say, well, maybe and because I had forgotten that they had already revealed who it was. I was thinking at one point, I said that would have been really cool if it had been Love who found him,
right?
Who that she found him, and she was the one sending him the text messages and messing with his head because she's like, you know what, you left me, you tried to kill me. Well, she tried to kill him too, but
right, he just did it first. He was just better at it in the moment.
Yeah, it's like, and again. And again, it's like you keep like I said, it's a sickness. It's some sort of sickness. It's some sort of illness, and that fascinates me. Is the fact that you just fall right back into a familiar pattern. Because when you saw the guy on your table dead, you didn't blink. You was just like, I got to get rid of this
I got to
body.
get rid of him.
And you just automatically knew where to take him and how to do it and what have you and whatnot. So even when the girlfriend found out that he's disposed of his body, she was like, wait a minute. So you mean to tell me you've done this before?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, girl.
And the crazy part was, right, this was all the more reason I was like, Joe, you stupid for just letting her walk away. Because she knew that, and she still wanted to get to know you. She still wanted to get to know you.
I know you're a killer. I know you killed my man. But I still want to sleep with you.
I still want to.
Bro,
you don't let her go.
I'm like, you people are insane, man. I'm like, he's like, you are people. These characters,
they messed up.
They are
deeply
really,
troubled. They are all
really,
deeply
really
troubled,
man. And it was like, okay, all right. I'm just like, oh, kill them all. Kill them all.
No, I kind of like the train wreck. I would love to watch a show of just the train wreck.
Yeah.
But they're all dying off, and the show's about Joe, so I get it, you know. But like I said, I've been, to wrap this up, I have been enjoying.
Oh God, I'm definitely
finally enjoying.
Yeah.
Finally enjoying you, and it's the last season, which is frustrating.
Yeah,
frustrating.
I was curious, and again, since I followed it from the beginning, and we're coming to the end, because I was always wondering, all right, how are y'all going to end this?
Yeah.
So is he going to get caught? Is he going to get killed? To some degree, it would be interesting if he got away with all of it, but it can't. I'm thinking. It
worked in American Psycho.
Yeah, I'm thinking it really can't, because he just, no, because then if you're not going to kill him off, or at least let him get caught and put in jail for the rest of his life, then it's like, all right, then you could always bring this back, and keep going on and on and on and on and on and on and on, and yeah, let it go. But so I'm very interested to see how all of this is going to work out.
Yeah, and I was disappointed, right? Because I thought when they said that they were breaking it up into 2 parts, that it was going to get like with Ozark.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, bro, if you're literally just splitting the season in half, just give me the entire season.
Yeah.
Because with Ozark, they broke it in half, but we got like 9 episodes in the first part, and then like another 9 episodes in the second part. So if you're gonna do that's what I was expecting. Not for you to say we're gonna break the season apart, and I'm only gonna get 5 episodes in the beginning, and then 5 episodes
in the end.
In the end, like, bro, what was that?
Yeah.
What is that?
You could have just gave us all 10.
You could have just gave us all 10 and let me go on by my way.
Luckily, though, they're not taking as long as Ozark did. Ozark took a long time to give us the
it was a couple months. It wasn't like
this one. Well, it's
a month difference.
Yeah, month difference.
It's a month difference.
So it's like, they are at least being a little bit proactive and giving
because
it to
they
us
knew
soon.
that you couldn't do that with only giving me 5 episodes.
Yeah,
what kind of crap nonsense is that?
Yeah.
But Stranger Things, take note, because this is what I was expecting. Took me 4 seasons to get into you, and it's the last season. I'm still frustrated about that, but I'm still waiting to get into Stranger Things and just, but that's not what we're here to talk about. So I'm going to just move on from that. But yeah, season 4, give it a shot.
If you haven't watched
give it a shot.
Give it a shot.
Give it a shot.
Give it a shot, man. Don't get discouraged by the first episode.
Nah, just push through it. It's really good. It's really good.
Yeah.
But we gotta take a quick break, right? From what we were supposed to talk about, because we should have talked about it last episode. But it is Black History Month.
Dude, thank you so much.
It is Black History Month.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yes, it is Black History Month.
It is Black History Month.
Yes.
And we are blackity black. So just shout out to everyone Black all month, all the Black movie stars, all the Black directors, all the Black producers, all the Black everything,
past, present, and future. The ones coming up. Shout out to all.
Shout out to all of you.
Yeah, keep the content coming.
Please
keep the content. Keep kicking doors open, man. Y'all gotta keep your head. Keep kicking doors open.
Keep pushing through, bro, because you're doing phenomenal work.
Yeah, you are,
and I really appreciate it.
And we see you.
We see you.
People see you. People are
even though the BAFTAs don't. We do.
We see you. So
and also,
through.
Which is why, again, going back to a previous episode, cancel the awards, because they shouldn't matter that much. But we see you,
And I'm glad you brought that up, because again, it's like it had been on my mind, and this has been an interesting, and then we're going to go on, but we're here. We're going to stay here just for a second. This has been an interesting Black History Month because I've been noticing that ordinarily on culture, news, and what have you, they would talk about it a lot.
Yeah.
I have heard hardly anything about Black History Month. I mean, except maybe on the news, the television, the TV streamings, and they might have something specifically set up for the month with Black movies and what have you. But there's not been a lot of noise.
Not at all.
Not been a lot of noise this Black History Month, and so I'm glad you brought it up because again, there's sometimes we forget.
Yeah.
We forget, and we get sidetracked with all the other stuff going on. But February is our month. February, and it's already a short month, so it looks like we would be trying to get in as much as we can.
As much as we can, like for real. So shout out to everybody Black.
I was even loving it when we went to the movies last night, and part of the thing that they were doing, before the pre shows that they were doing was a shout out to Black History Month, and the actors and all the content that's out there, and they did like it was a nice short tribute.
It was a nice gesture. Yeah, I appreciated it,
and I appreciated that. I did appreciate that. Yeah, it's
we got to support our own.
Yeah, we do. We definitely got to.
But yeah, and great segue into our next topic because we did go to the movies last night to go see Antman and the Wasp: Quantumania.
Yes.
It was my second time.
Yeah.
Going to see it last night. And I'm gonna let you go first. What did you think of it?
All right. I enjoyed it. I thought it was enjoyable. Again, I'm still trying to figure out where they're going with this. I'm still trying to figure out where they're going with the story. But again, in the beginning, when we finally, what started with Iron Man and ends with the first Iron Man movie and ends with Endgame, with the Avengers Endgame.
Yeah.
That took a whole lot of time, and we really didn't even know we were being drawn into a big, huge storyline.
Right.
This one, they already told you this is going to be the beginning of a story. And so I'm still trying to figure out, all right, where are you going? Now, again, understand this, well-made movie, excellent. I enjoyed the fact that it was well-made. The actors, you get like the cream of the crop of Hollywood, man. And it was just good that they were using Michelle, for me at least, I'm a big Michelle Pfeiffer fan. And that big fan. And so... Yeah, give it up. And so to see them use her in all her magnificent badassery,
right?
it was absolutely incredible. She was good. And it was interesting. It was good. It was well made. There were some things I didn't expect. There were some things that were kind of expected. I'm still trying to like. And not that I don't like him, but in this particular role, I'm still trying to like Jonathan Majors. Yeah, Jonathan Majors. I'm still trying to like him in this role, or trying to figure out, you know what? And maybe because he doesn't come off like the typical villain.
Okay.
Maybe that's it. And maybe that's it. It's like his range is so incredible, and there's like sense of somewhere where he's like really, really laid back, and now he's acting like a typical villain, but then he goes over the top, and he'll start acting like crazy because especially towards the end where he's playing the different versions
of himself.
And I'm like, and I'm looking at how he's almost portraying, and not when we say different versions of himself, we're talking about not just one or two or three, we're talking maybe about hundreds.
Yes.
And he's doing something different with each one of them. And I'm like, this guy has an incredible range. And it's like, so I'm still trying to figure out, because it's not typical. And maybe that's going to be what saves it. But again, I enjoyed it. So I'm interested, but like we were saying last night, they're going to have to really up their game for the next couple of movies because of the fact that once you got through the first build up of the whole Marvel universe, once you've gotten through all of that and you have invested so much time and effort and fanfare and all of that, it's like you get to this and you're like, all right, y'all better. What are we doing here? What are we doing? So I think we've become as fans a little bit more critical. Definitely, I think a lot more critical than we were with the first go round. And so it's like, what are y'all doing? Okay, y'all got to move a little quicker. We got to figure out. Help us. Don't make this bigger than it probably needs to be.
Yeah.
And I understand they're doing a lot of introduction. They're doing a lot of building of characters. They're doing a lot of building of this big story. That's I don't know how it's going to end, but don't make it so big that because we said this last night that we stop caring. Yeah. For me, that's always the draw. I have to care about the characters. And,
Yeah, 100%. Because I don't think I'm at that point. Because like you said, the movie was interesting. It was something.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed Jonathan Majors as Kang, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for me, he saved the movie, in my opinion.
I would say so.
Because for me, Antman, it was great in the first movie because we had never had something like it.
Mm-hmm.
It was even cool in Antman and the Wasp.
Mm-hmm.
That was great. But then in seeing him in like the other Avengers movies, it's getting stale.
Yeah.
Like the jokes and like some of them still hit.
So but a lot of them were.
But a lot of them, it's stale. For every one of the original characters, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was some level of growth from when they started to the end.
Mm-hmm.
There is some level of growth.
That's what's missing.
He's the same guy. Scott Lang is the same guy he's always been since the beginning.
Yeah.
And as far as like the MCU as a whole, like you said, because pretty much everyone save like Hawkeye, Vision, and Nick Fury from the original, they're all gone.
Yeah.
So again, they do have to start over from scratch. I honestly just don't know if I have it in me to care enough
to invest that kind of
to do it again. Like I don't know if I got it in me to do it again.
Do it again. That's it. I feel you. That's because that's kind of like where I am. And at first, I was a little hyper critical of fans who were saying, but you know what? Now I understand.
Yeah.
And so I'm kind of like that's where I'm at. I'm not going to say I'm not a fan anymore. I'm still a fan. I'm still a fan, but I am a fan watching all of this with a jaundiced eye. I'm watching all of this like
And I also think I'm about to start skipping. I might skip a few. I might start skipping a few.
I might start skipping stuff now.
Yeah. Like it's not none of it because if I'm being honest, right, nothing has resonated with me since Endgame.
No.
Nothing since Endgame.
Nothing
has resonated with me.
Nothing.
And it's like, honestly, because when I went and saw it Saturday, I went with a friend of mine, and on the way home, she was like, well, what do you think's happening next? Honestly, and I told her, I was like, honestly, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care what's coming next.
Now, there are bits and pieces that I am excited about, or I'm interested in. A little bit more interested in than other aspects, because again, I'm interested in the introduction of the X-Men back into the MCU.
Yes,
I'm interested in that. I'm interested to see if they finally get the Fantastic Four correct.
Right.
I'm interested in that, and how they're going to fit them into the MCU. There are different aspects, but again, there's a lot of other stuff that they're doing, like they're doing on Disney, the Secret Wars.
Yes.
Do I really care enough to invest in that?
I only care about that because Nick Fury's coming back.
Yeah,
I miss seeing him.
That is the only...
I miss seeing him.
That is the only reason, If I watch it at all, that would be the draw for me.
That's the only reason I'm coming back.
You
But
know?
even what you said, I honestly don't care to see them. And again, I've said this before, but I don't care to see how they fit into the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
You could bring the X-Men back and leave them by themselves.
I don't.
And I would be okay with that. But because it's all a big universe now, I don't.
Yeah.
It's got to fit somehow.
Yeah.
So, but honestly, you don't, in my opinion. And like, for the same thing, like, Kang is cool. I'm interested in Kang. Mm-hmm. So if he's gonna be there, mm-hmm. I'm gonna be there. Mm-hmm. Because he's just, again, I don't know what it is with me and villains, mm-hmm. but the more intriguing they are, the more I like them and the more I want to learn about them, not so much the heroes that are trying to stop them.
He is, like I said, he is intriguing, and the only reason he's intriguing is because of Jonathan Majors' portrayal of him. Because again, in the comic books, Kang was not really a major player. He was one of their original villains in the Avengers, but he was not that big a player in the original. So I was wondering why they even. But again, I guess because of the whole time travel, and now they're again continuing to push the multiverse thing with all of that going on. It's like, okay, all right. So I can kind of see why Kang would be a major player in that particular area. Personally, I think that the big villain should have been, that's the villain that's going to that probably would have united everybody a lot better, would have been Doctor Doom if they had finally gotten that correct.
Well, they probably might save him for, Fantastic Four.
But I'm sure it's going to, since they're doing the Fantastic Four thing again, that's probably where he'll be fitted. He'll be more expected to be to make an appearance. But I thought that he would have been a better.
I honestly would have liked to have seen them get Galactus right.
Oh,
instead of that nonsense we got in the second Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah.
Like that, and just whatever that was, just act like that never happened. And let's get him right, because he wasn't a cloud.
No,
he was an actual person.
He was a person.
He had shape. He had a human-like form.
As a matter of fact, there are even pictures that exist of him without the helmet on.
Right.
So he actually, the helmet is not a part of his face.
No,
it's an actual helmet, and when he removes it, he looks like a person.
He looks like a person.
Yeah.
So it would be nice to see them actually fight Galactus, or but Kang is cool too. And I actually was reading into it last night. Apparently, if they're following the comics, remember how Kang was like that there was something greater coming, like towards the end. Mm-hmm. Apparently, there's a Dark Thanos.
Ooh, oh man,
who wields Mjolnir with all 6 Infinity Stones in it.
Are you kidding me?
No.
See, now again, all right.
I said, okay.
All right.
Because if we're being honest, I was kind of sad to see Thanos go a second time.
Yeah.
So, I wouldn't be mad if he spun the block.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Don't take 50 million films to tell the story.
You know they are.
I know.
You know they are.
Let's get to it.
Let's get to
it. Dude.
But
let's just get to it.
But back to Antman and the Wasp. Like I said, Jonathan Majors was a big part of what made this movie entertaining for me. MODOK also was a big part of what made this movie tolerable. Because again, like I said, the Hulu show, I loved it. Mm-hmm. Because the Hulu show, it was a comedy.
Yeah.
So I appreciated the fact that they brought the comedic aspect to the MCU, to the character when they brought him in the MCU. And Darren Cross.
Yeah.
The way they made him look.
Yeah, that was funny.
And he stole every scene he was in.
Every scene he was in, he definitely dominated. I'm MODOK for me was always a creepy character. I never really liked the character in the comic books, but it was just because just to look at a big giant head in with little tiny baby arms, and they even made jokes about so you got baby arms.
Baby arms.
And then even at the end when he took his hand and he was like rubbing it on Scott's face, and he's like, you can see he's like really creeped out about the whole thing. But again, that part was funny, and the fact that they kept calling him instead of calling him MODOK, they kept calling him Darren. They're like Darren. He was like,
yeah, because even that scene when he's in the core, and he's like Darren, and he's ignoring him,
yeah,
and he goes MODOK, and he's like yes. It's like, bro, call me by my name. So, but that was, that was a plus side, especially, right?
That was refreshing
when he told him to stop being a penis.
Oh yeah,
he was like, "Look at me, I'm a huge one."
Oh my God, that was so funny. That's going to be the line. That's for those who have not seen it. That's going to be the line that sticks with everybody.
Yes,
in the movie, that's going to be the line that you're going to remember.
But I don't care, bro. Like, and all of this, right? Mm-hmm. I love watching these because we was watching Jurassic World yesterday, and I was like, bro, Jurassic World could have been solved, and like Jurassic World would never happen if, and I'm making a point here. Mm-hmm. Jurassic World would have never happened because the dinosaur, they go in the cage, right, to check because they can't see the dinosaur. Mm-hmm. But Shorty, who was like the main chick, calls someone to check the GPS tracker, and they find out that it's still in the cage with them, and they try to get out through the door. Had she made that phone call prior to them going in, they would have found out that it was still there, and it would have never escaped, and then the whole movie would have never happened.
Yeah. I got you.
Just like in Antman and the Wasp: Quantumania, Michelle Pfeiffer, as awesome as she was, had you talked about your trauma with your family,
I don't understand.
Guess what they would have never done on their own? Explored it.
Explored the quantum realm.
If you'd have said, this is what's in there, you need to, all you said was stay away.
Stay away.
In today's generation,
that's not enough.
It's not enough. It's not enough.
Here's the thing. People, and this is just the nature of people. We don't, and this is going all the way back to the beginning of time, at the beginning of mankind. The minute you tell us what not to do, all of a sudden that becomes, I got to do it. You take a small child. You take a small child. And you say, don't touch the oven because it's hot. Don't touch the oven because it's hot. Now they're looking at it. They heard you say it's hot. And they heard you say, don't touch it. But now their whole being is consumed by wanting to touch. I got to touch it.
I got to touch it.
Matter of fact, while you're telling them, they're looking at the oven, they're looking at you, and you can see even like their hand is starting to go like this.
I got to touch it.
I got to touch it. I got to touch it.
But even like, all you had to do was just explain why.
Why?
Explain why.
The quantum universe is bad.
Because Kang is there.
Yeah.
Forget like anything else. Like, bro, Kang is in the quantum. There is someone in the quantum realm who needs to stay in the quantum realm. And by you sending signals down there, he can get out.
He can get out. He now knows where we are. And
that whole conversation takes place?
Is now giving him a whole conduit and to getting out of there.
Yes. All you had to do was explain that 10-minute conversation.
You didn't have to go into all the details, but again, just to let them know, there is somebody in the quantum universe who should never get out of there, and we've got to make it. And so, if by us not having any contact with him, he can't get out. That's what we're gonna do. We're not exploring the quantum universe.
And also, didn't at the end of Ant-Man and the Wasp, didn't she have superpowers?
Who?
Michelle Pfeiffer.
At the second one you talking about? Yes.
She has superpowers.
Yeah.
Sis, use them.
Yeah.
Use them.
Because again, remember, she was the original Wasp.
Like you had
superpower.
Like the quantum realm gave you superpowers.
Yeah.
If you back in the quantum realm, wouldn't you think it would be pertinent to use said superpowers instead of using fisticuffs to solve all your problems?
And it's interesting because it's like you were in there for 30 years. For 30 years. with the little bit that they knew about the quantum universe, wouldn't it make sense that you would have come back with and you being a scientist, that you would have come back with a wealth of information and that like, this is one of the problems I had, because again, you would have come back with a wealth of information of being able to and wanting to pass all that information off to the people that you work with.
Yes. Especially because they have an interest in it.
Yeah. Instead of having to, and even after they got there, you're still withholding information.
You're still withholding information. Like, bro, this conversation, like, just talk to them.
Yeah. So now, see,
all of this could have been avoided.
All of it could have been
with
avoided.
The conversation.
Yep. Yeah.
Now back to my man Kang.
Go ahead.
I think Jonathan Majors forgot for 2 seconds what movie he was in.
Okay, go ahead.
Because the butt whooping he put on Scott Lang at the end of it.
He thought he was in Creed 3.
He forgot he was playing Kang, and he was playing whatever his character's name is in Creed.
Creed 3.
Because he beat that man like he stole something, which he did, but he beat him. Like he stole something.
And they were even saying, I was doing some reading, and they was talking about how when they were filming that scene, how they had to keep reminding him to, like, as far as Paul Rudd is concerned, they were like, don't stay away from his face, don't because they were doing this thing, duking it out together, and he was like, don't hit him in the face, don't hit him in the face, and he said there were a couple of times where he did get hit, and there were bruises and stuff,
because again, he is fighting.
Yeah.
Because what we do learn is with Creed that, like, all the training and stuff like that they do for that movie, it's real. Like, they're actually training. Yeah. Like, for example, Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan Majors actually got hands. Like, they could.
Oh no.
So like hands. He just forgot a couple times that he was in the wrong movie. Yeah. And that,
I was like, wow.
This is Antman. This is not Creed.
he beat
that man within an inch of his life.
He beat him. I was like, oh well, I guess there won't be another Antman movie. Because he get ready to beat him to death.
For real. Because the way he stomped out that man's mask.
Oh my God. I was like,
excuse me.
You're gone.
And also, all he had was like scratches on his face.
Who?
Paul Rudd.
Oh yeah.
Because one of his hands had metal in it.
Yeah.
Paul Rudd is human.
Yeah.
It's not like he was punching Thor in the face, where you could understand him only leaving with a couple scratches. Paul Rudd should have looked like Martin did at the end of that episode with the boxing match. That's how he should have looked going back to Earth.
Oh man.
He shouldn't look like he looked like he was still shooting like he was shooting a magazine ad. And that's why, like, you know how, like, sometimes they, like, it was a theme for a magazine ad.
Exactly.
And he just had to look a little rugged.
A little scuffy.
Not like he went toe-to-toe.
Not like you just
with
went
an animal.
Yeah, because that man beat his butt.
I was like, bro.
He beat him.
But, yeah, again, I hope it changes. Because my friend told me when I told her, like, I don't really care much. She was like, that's honestly really sad. And I was like, I get it. It is.
It is kind of sad.
It is kind of sad. I wish that I cared more about what's currently happening, but I don't.
No,
I just don't.
I looked at and even when they were announcing the listing of the movies coming out and the shows coming out for this next part.
Yeah,
I'm looking at the list and there was nothing on that list that made me go woohoo! No, everything was like, all right.
You know what would have had me? I ain't even gonna hold you because Blade is on the list, right? They are doing Blade, and Mahershala Ali is playing Blade, and I think he's gonna do a really good job. But I've got two problems with this movie. Two problems. One, it's not gonna be rated R.
It's not? What,
no,
PG?
It's gonna be PG-13.
Really?
Yeah, it's not gonna be rated R.
Okay.
Or at least that's what initial reports said. It's not going to be rated R. It's going to be rated PG-13. Two, it's not Wesley Snipes.
Oh, well, yeah.
Because let's be honest. like I said, Mahershala Ali will probably do a fantastic job in the role
because he's
a really good actor.
He's a good actor.
Really good actor.
Yeah.
Honestly, I can't say that because you could have asked Wesley Snipes to do Blade.
Yeah.
But, Mahershala Ali, great second choice.
Yeah. And I believe they got him because of the acting.
Yes. Again, he's gonna do well with the role, but it should be rated R, and it should be Wesley Snipes because let's just be honest, everybody likes to talk about how Deadpool was like the first R-rated Marvel movie. Like Blade didn't give you 3 R-rated Marvel movies, and like he didn't save the franchise as a whole. And in this Black History Month, we are going to give Blade his props for saving Marvel as a whole because they were about to go under before Blade came out.
Before Blade,
Marvel was going under, and Blade saved the day.
Yeah. So I don't even know how they're and the other thing, I don't even know how they're going to fit that in. Is Kang involved in that in some form or fashion?
No.
Or is this just a separate project?
Well, no. Blade fits in because at the end of Eternals, when Kit Harington's character, we found out that like his family's got like with the dude with the sword, like the black sword. It's like it's because I didn't read the comic books, but
me neither.
There's a black sword, right? And he finds out about his family's.
Oh, you're talking about the the Black Knight.
Yes, the Black Knight.
He's going to be the Black Knight.
Kit Harington is going to be the Black Knight.
Yes.
In that scene, you hear Mahershala Ali, like in the end credits, Mahershala Ali's Blade. You hear his voice talking to Kit Harington.
Oh, that's who that was.
Yes.
See, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know that. Okay. All right.
So it's gonna fit in somewhere over there.
Again, like I said, I'm interested to see because, and just a heads up, spoiler alert. They're already at the end of the end credits. You will see what kind of like get a better idea how Kang is getting ready to fit into the next leg of of the journey.
With Loki.
I was like, okay, all right, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, we'll see. Because I'm again, before we even go any further with that, I didn't like Loki.
I did.
I know you were a fan. I was not a fan.
I think of the shows. Yeah, I think I kind of liked. Yes, it was like Loki is tied with me with what's that show? Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Okay.
Like they're like neck and neck for shows that I did like.
Yeah.
That Marvel's come out with.
Yeah.
Because that's one I'm looking forward to. The new Captain America.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to see what they
black, y'all.
Yeah. I heard at one point that they was kind of like reconsidering that.
They can't do that.
They can't. I'm like, I hope not.
The Havoc.
I hope not. I hope not.
The havoc that would cause?
I heard at one point they were reconsidering that.
The havoc that would cause. I just want him to get some super serum, man.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
Yeah. But
it's for Sam to get some super serum.
Yes, it's going to be an interesting ride but for me, it better be a quick ride first of all, and also again based upon what I've seen in if they gotta have to really pull up some stops to make this story work, But
yeah, Antman and the Wasp. Go see it if you haven't.
Please, go. I'm by all means. We're not saying
go see
it.
Because there are
visually.
I don't know. I just might be a jaded fan.
Stunning. I know, and I think that's where we are.
I think I might just be a jaded fan.
We're just jaded. We're just jaded fans, man.
Yeah. Because there are those who still, really enjoy the movie, and then like me, there are kids. Like, because I was like 10 when Iron Man came out. So, like, growing up with these characters, there are kids currently who are growing up with these new characters. And this might be for them. And I'm learning that as well as much as it is for me, it's not really for me. It's kind of for them to grow up with, which is cool too. So that's fine. Problem with that. What I am looking forward to though, Guardians of the Galaxy, and I'm kind of sad because it's the last one. But I love them so much as characters,
and they are really, really painting it up to be the last one, not a hypothetical.
They all said that this is it.
This is
Dave Bautista has come out and said this is the last time you're going to see me as Drax.
This is really gearing up. You can tell even from the preview that this is really gearing up to be their last ride.
And that's kind of sad because
I
really enjoy these movies. Like
I like the Guardian movies.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan of those. Big fan.
Like,
but I was getting ready to say, one of the things that I don't know if they're going to explore it, but twice Kang says, so I'm kind of interested to see what they do with that or how that goes. Because again, remember one of the things that I don't know if they're doing, I don't know what they're calling the new movie, if it's going to be the Young Avengers or the New Avengers. But he said twice, and remember he said, I've killed Avengers.
Yes.
He said, I have killed. He said it twice. He said it once to Scott Lang once, and then later on, towards the end of the movie, he said, I have killed Avengers. And I was like, okay. All right. I said, okay.
So the next one's called Kang, the next Avengers?
Yeah.
Kang Dynasty.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm wondering if they're going to explore that, the fact that he said that.
I hope so. That'd be nice to see.
That would be good. That would be interesting.
Also, what's the name he's been very expressive, Jonathan Majors, about how he wants RDJ to come back.
He does? Really?
Jonathan Majors said he wants RDJ to come back because he wants that Iron Man
to fight Kang. Okay, that would be interesting.
Yeah,
that would be.
And with the multiverse, it's possible.
It's possible. Yeah.
It's very possible.
He said, I've killed Avengers on countless timelines.
Yes.
I was like, whoa.
And what's the name said he's not against it, so that also be cool.
Yeah.
RDJ has said in interviews he's not against
coming back.
It just has to not. Well, all of them said they'd come back. They said it would have to make sense.
It would have to make sense. That's my thing. Is like if you're going to bring them back, make it make sense.
Yeah.
Make it make sense.
It would have to make sense.
If it doesn't make sense, leave it alone.
Yeah.
So, what else we got? I think we got something else. We had something else. We had you. We had, of course, Quantumania. That was something else.
Did we?
I think we did.
What? Check. Can you check?
Go ahead.
And now for a message our sponsors. Are you tired of that barbecue from up the street?
I'm sorry?
Where they give you more sauce than they give you meat? Well, bring your bits down to Brothers Barbecue, located off Crenshaw. It's only one location, so it's near you. Bros Barbecue. Tastes so good, make you want to smack your mama. Ain't that right, Willie?
That's right. That's right. That's right. Come on down. Okay, let me see.
Let
me see. Okay, yeah, it was no. Oh yeah, your final decision. You're gonna.
I haven't watched everything, so we gotta hold. We gotta hold on.
Okay.
Gotta hold on.
All right,
just a little while longer.
Yeah, we were gonna talk about the final decision.
The final decision for the Oscars,
but we can do that.
We can do that for the next one because. I don't know why I thought the Oscars was like tomorrow, but we still got some time.
We still got time.
And there's another episode before then. So, this one was great.
Great. It was a good episode.
Absolutely. We knocking these out the park.
Yeah, man.
Tell your friends. Tell your other friends.
Please.
Tell their friends.
Please tell them to tell their friends.
Tell their friends.
Yeah.
But until the next one.
Until the next episode.
We out.